Welcome to the Soccer Huddle. Yeah, Rawona, a weekend full of action. Honelawa Mbakwatile, Pep's men are leading the race yet again. Wanna be title winners, wanna be quadruples, and Kachukaki Wane. Ntanga, how are you feeling?
I'm sad, disappointed, and ashamed. Right?
Flopo rising.
In the how things went about, it was a chance really the Arsenal at the same time City on an really 2 points. So it was a time to capitalize and just get closer. In the pressure but now
wait in the get Kaparaski Pasagasa Man United. No, I get Henke Sapar. This is in also Man United 3 times. You haven't beaten Man United.
Are you still there?
No, but you haven't eaten Man 3 games. 2 draws and we've knocked you out of the FA Cup. Speaking about Man United, let's start with Man United. We'll come with the bottlers and nearly champions.
Okay.
They played 2-2 draw against Bournemouth. The last game we played was against Lena, Liverpool. You've created so many chances, but you failed to score. You failed to win.
How many draws do you have out of 5 games currently, if you're speaking about draws? Because you had Roller and an old draw.
We've got 7 games, 1 win in 7 games.
1 win?
1 win in 7 games. That's how bad things are. They didn't draw, lose.
Jesus.
So, I look at the performance against Liverpool. Both got the FA Cup. Both got the league game. And I see 2 sides to that game.
Okay.
There's the side, Elohoring was dominated by Liverpool. And that you could have won that game. And there's a side, I don't know, it come from where. That never die attitude. The one that got us to the finishing line.
Okay.
Both got the FA Cup. Both got, not the first leg, the league, because there was a 0-0 draw. We were defending and all that. But if you look at recently, the FA Cup and the league game, the 2 league game, the FA Cup, the side, their second half, somehow, they were trying to win. They were trying to win that game. And when how we level it, as an outsider, and I get over my own opinions on Man United, as an outsider, what do you think is going on for Man United?
What is going on? So many factors. Of course, we know the injuries throughout the season. It's been apparent for everyone to see. But yet again, are the players who are there not capable? That's the big question.
Mfana how?
No,
one of them.
You can't. That's why I didn't say one player. Why when no jumper into this guy?
It's an example. Really this guy? No, I saw Ragamarati.
This guy, Arat Rashford.
No. No, I saw Ragamarati. But if someone is on 350 grand a week and he's putting those performances like that, it's very disappointing.
Funny enough, I heard Organacho had a bad game against Brentford.
Yeah, but it didn't deserve to get subbed first half. He didn't come back for the second half. How many games Rashford did the same thing? Of it 90 minutes.
No, we are not on Rashford. That's why I don't like the guy.
Okay,
I was talking about Garnacho. Why not just look at Rashford?
Okay, no, but I'm just saying, like, we must be honest. Yeah.
Overall, now I've always said, in my own way, if now we've got a team, 11 players, all of them sign it, a big team like Man United, we are expecting performance from board.
Yes.
Meaning, despite those ones who are injured, Baba Linton, they should be capable.
Yeah.
I've always believed that if you are signing for a big club, you are capable.
Erimagua must be an example to everyone.
Yes, meaning even if Ronaldo had thing, I'm expecting somebody to step in. Because you signed for this big club and you know the expectation of this club. So now there's no excuse that much except the injuries. I'm expecting Rashford to be consistent.
Bruno, Casemiro.
Casemiro, with age, we've been saying it all.
Yeah.
He won't be consistent, but he's been trying. And lead injuries are just a favor. I think Oleka read the Milo. But ever since Bargimam Fanola,
Kobe Main.
No. This guy or no killing out a good than the last goal.
Or Ahmad.
Ever since Kibona Ahmad Monagari glimpses on that game, was impressed actually. Because in such a game he stepped up and he was willing.
Yes.
That's what you want. And when you want that effort, when you want that frustration from the player, I lose a ball or even if the Lorisa is a So if you don't see that, for that effort is enough actually.
Which some other players, Man United, are not doing.
The body language has been bad.
Very poor. Players. You know what? And I told you this before, there was rumors or Erik Ten Hag's game, Bournemouth. If we had to lose that game, he was out of the job. which somehow ke utlwana le yona. I was saying this today hore or Sansa Gubu.
Why?
Because what the over? Like as much as ke monyaka hore to be a Man United a coach next season, but the decisions that he rang, his starting lineups, his substitutes, his in-game management, they're very poor. Rashford, you can see he's not performing. I'm sorry for making an example. Look at Rashford. Rashford, Casemiro. I can name Rashford, Casemiro, Bruno. They've been very poor for us in this last 4 games, but they've all played 90 minutes. Why Asabasabe? We've got Mason Mount, Kubanging, Amrabat is there. They were more than willing, capable. There's Ahmad as well, who can come in and play those roles. Why Asaban? That's what I'm saying. He's getting himself sacked. If he were to be sacked, but I wouldn't like it because again, we were changing a manager and the players are still the same.
Who is better than Rashford in that current team?
Garnacho. Recently. Yeah, Balola the same position. Balola the right wing position because Antonio Dalla left. So he for me, this season he's been better.
He's sacrificing Anthony for accommodate
Rashford. Garnacho, yes.
Okay.
Because he doesn't want to take Rashford out. And apparently there's rumors or Antonio wanna they had a fallout.
Who and who?
Erik.
What kind of a fallout?
Oriana, he wants more game time. How can Rashford come every week he's in, but he doesn't give him the energy?
Nah, I always say, or sometimes as a manager, you need to do certain changes. I think I would say, ever since Atomomo Bencha, his performance has been better.
Who? Antonio Rashford.
Anthony.
Okay.
So meaning Horing, let Rashford Sanzora benchiwe.
Exactly.
Yes. If you're not performing, you should be benched.
But anyways, yeah. The other bottle thing more.
To conclude, I would say next season, Rashford should be getting even a match. Maybe 3 maybe.
Rashford should be sold this season for me.
He won't be sold. Forget that.
Personally, I think Rashford he must be sold.
Rashford, he's one of the highly rated football players under that Old Trafford.
Let's not touch Tawaya Rashford. It's fine. But listen to this.
Yeah.
As much as I want Erik Ten Hag to be sacked, and you are a Liverpool fan, and then people are also level EPL, the downgrade from Erik Ten Hag, because the rumor has it Southgate is next in line. The downgrade from Ten Hag to Erik to Southgate, not for Man United alone, but for the league as well.
Okay.
If we have to go to Southgate, Apalagu win a Euro with he's got the golden class now.
Yeah.
So now the downgrade is going to be too much.
The downgrade, it will be too much. But yet, Southgate, I don't think Southgate is good enough.
Exactly.
That's my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Southgate is not good enough.
Yes.
Southgate shouldn't even come
Yeah.
to Man United.
Yes.
He doesn't even deserve any top team. It's been a fact. He's got tons and tons of talent. But he's
Golden
failing to win.
generation.
Yes. He's failing. This Maliso. And he's so... But he's... How do you be loyal to a player as a manager?
Mara, isn't it get the same thing Erik Ten Hag is loyal to Bruno and Rashford?
Rashford, I understand why he's loyal.
There's no understanding. It's the same thing. Why when it comes to Rashford, you understand?
Listen.
Kelvin Phillips, I know.
No. I'm going to just explain this to you quickly so that we're going to move on about this thing at Rashford. If now I see you, when I know, and I see potential in you, and you show me glimpses, but you don't show the consistency, should I just discard?
Nah.
Exactly. Rashford, last season, he was brilliant. He was brilliant at some point. Even if Nicey consistently like game to game, but there was a moment and you were saying, hey, I know Rashford is playing this day.
Yeah.
So he showed that. So this season, I can tell you now, Ten Hag, if he's a serious manager, he's looking and he's seeing everything. If last season I won everything, this season he confirmed me. There are so many players who don't deserve to be in that team.
I agree with you 100%.
And there should be, that's why there should be competition for Rasmus Kopeli.
Yes.
There should be competition for Rashford if Garnacho banking. I can Garnacho banking.
Yeah, but anybody too.
Yes. So there should be competition like Antony. There should be competition for Bruno.
Yeah, Bruno ana competition.
If Man United needs to be there, everyone in that team should have competition and a proper one, not a competition. No one can somebody to know.
Correct. Yeah, I agree with you. Let us know what you think as well. Should Erik Ten Hag get the sack or should he be here for another season? United. Now let's move on to the biggest bottlers this season. One is a potential quadruple. The others have been dreaming since last season or will win a league title. Who should we start with? We're now. Okay, let's start with City first.
Okay.
I was saying to you this afternoon, Hore, City's result on Saturday. It has been one of the most convincing wins at City that I've seen in many weeks.
Okay.
They were clinical and they scored more goals. They created more chances. Because we know, what we know, like City now is playing a boring game. Once they score first, they're going to pass the ball around. But on Saturday, I don't know, it was maybe because against Luton, which I've been championing the whole season, or they are never out of games. Maybe that's why City wanted to bury that game as soon as possible. But let's say the second leg against Real Madrid. What did you think? Did you watch the game and what did you think of City's result?
From my perspective, from how I've seen City play, City, as we said, against certain teams, it depends on Pep when they analyze the team. What do they see?
Okay.
If they see how dangerous you are, that's when they try to control the game.
Okay.
And they just play that boring game.
Oh, yeah.
But if they know you're going to play more or less like a low block or a good defender, a flat 4 or 5, they will go at you. That's why you'll see City in 14 corners in a game. In Noj. So they knew how inferior Luton is. So they just wanted to smash them.
Yeah, but again, I say this. Luton is very dangerous.
It is dangerous,
we've seen.
Seeing the quality of City against Luton, there's no comparison there.
But even in the past, they almost drew against them. They drew against you. They've beaten us.
No, it's fine. But looking at City, even if you look at first leg one against Luton, you would see the big difference between the two teams.
Yeah.
So Pep knew what he's up against and he went for it.
Yeah.
He didn't even want a second invitation.
Yeah, and he rested some Bobo food then. And I
remember, you're playing against these teams, Siloban, they are scared of you.
Yeah.
Obviously, Joe, they're going to try to be more defensive or score very respectable.
Yeah, they're not taking.
Yeah, so meaning Horing, as Pep, you and on a link on the Horing, I have to go and kill this guy. I have to go and smash this game.
Do you think they can go on again and win the treble? Because they're on the verge again.
I don't think a treble, Pakasi win. I don't think so. But they are in a good position to win it because they are still in each and every position, each and every competition. But yet again, I don't see City beating Real Madrid.
So they're out Champions League.
I don't see them.
No. Early prediction: City are going out of the Champions League.
No, I don't see City. Why?
Yeah.
Madrid. If you look at even the players, I've heard the player about it. We have never won
at the Etihad.
At Etihad.
Yes.
It's a motivation as a whole. And if you look at game management as Solotiga's first league, he did some few errors and he's still struggling at the centre back. But because Chouameni na jala centre back and really look at Odlarisa Militao this week.
Yeah, but like looking at that game here last week at Champions League, I've said we were watching it together. Sometimes I feel like the Madrid players are too emotional and they get unnecessary yellow cards. And I think if you are in a Pep side, you are so disciplined, you will never do that, Pep. And if you come that emotional or emotional, what City will do will say, come. And why Rumul obviously. And then whenever we run, punish like they did last week. Last week, they didn't create so many chances. They just were lethal. 1-2 chances and they punished you. But I remember Champions League anyway. We're in the league. So, but now my worry is that City can go 6-7 games unbeaten. Possible. And now we're going number 1.
Possible. Pep has been in this position for such a long time.
Is experience.
Very experienced. But yet again, they haven't won Tottenham. They haven't won Tottenham.
Yeah.
I was so shocked when I...
Yeah, away they haven't won. I remember that.
They haven't won.
Yeah.
And...
They have to go there.
They have to go there.
But now, the motivation is much higher.
If City now, let's say they go to Forest, they don't get the result to go Forest. Maybe it's a draw. Tottenham never bet. It's another twist to this league. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but now I'm saying a Tottenham game won't be easy because Tottenham was number 4.
I like what he's saying. He's a hopeful player. hopeful supporter Liverpool.
I'm stating facts.
He's hoping
Bruh,
City will sleep.
Look at what Aston Villa did to Arsenal because Liverpool.
No. But Aston Villa reached the game against City. I said this. That team, it's against Arsenal over the weekend, and the team that played against City, it's not the same. Only Watkins was injured. Mara, it's not the same team that came.
But
Yeah.
I mean, that game. Aston Villa could have conceded 3 goals easy first half.
Yeah, Arsenal already.
Yes,
Yeah.
Arsenal.
Okay. Yes.
So meaning they could have still lost that game. They were lucky.
Yes.
Martinez was on the game.
And Martinez is playing against his former team.
He was supposed to be
He's playing against one of his teams, and he has to. He has to step up.
I respect Arteta and I respect Arsenal. I will always love this team.
Ah.
Class, isn't it?
Ah.
Come on.
Let's move on to Liverpool. Your team again. 26 shots. 26 shots, 0 goals. Same stats. Wadalale Man United last season. I saw Curtis Jones missing. One-on-one. Salah, Nunes. What's happening? Go Liverpool. Man United. What's happening?
It is so easy to explain what has happened over the weekend at Liverpool. Klopp predicted what happened. Preview at that game. How are you going to bring the players injured back? Is it going to be a gradual thing or you're going to, I don't know. You can't just throw them. I cannot say Henenunga and Trento will out. I can't do those things.
Unfortunately, he was out injured.
Yes, unfortunately injury. We don't know how ankle twisted. But yet again, Klopp only a challenge. These guys, they've been out for such a long time. Especially, to integrate them back. I want to rhythm. I want to think, But look at match fitness. So,
a crucial time of
yes, if you look at Mo Salah, he's been so off. Funny thing, I was telling Lovu over the weekend, Gerjo, Mo Salah has been so off, and I understand why Klopp has been taking him out. But I don't know how he ended that game and played the full game. I don't know, because if you look at it, it's unfortunate that Nunes also, he's been poor.
Yes.
And I can't rhythm because he's been fit and he's been playing. So now, why is he, to some extent, after looking, or maybe in frustration, I wish to her club on Nafile Bafanabale, but then Zebali, affiliation for continue.
Palace.
Yes.
But did you see Palace's first, the goalie Palace were going?
Brilliant.
Wow.
Brilliant. But yet again, looking at who they hired, not a surprise.
That coach
He's a former Frankfurt team.
Okay.
It went as far as I think he played.
Yeah, final Europa League, or Conference League, yeah.
Who's the guy?
Is he the same guy?
Like that.
Yeah.
Same guy.
So you see, we're attracting quality. Southgate United.
He's so good, ne? I heard gaming they were saying, the way this guy is so good, we are so surprised to took this job here at Crystal Palace.
And level La Liga seat, if you look at that gamer seat, they were also playing good.
Yes. They can control the ball. They're not rushing like before. They are not predictable. They're playing so well. Now I'm happy.
He must just keep his players in, because coming into the transfer, they must go.
signed a new contract.
Yeah, but he's got a 50. Man United is looking at him. He's got a 50 release clause. Man United, I need a winger that can create for my striker. That's what I want.
He is creative.
Then let him come.
What's up, man?
Dhoni. Rashford.
And Dhoni.
Anyways, but me looking at the game, I think, as much as we can blame managers, the managers can just put the starting line up, put the tactics out there. But it's the players who miss, man. Like Robole, no one missed.
When I Arteta, you would have made those changes.
Okay. We're moving to Arsenal.
Let me explain the changes to you.
Yeah.
Okay, Ben White, Nalshap is a centre back. Then there's obvious Gabriel and Saliba. And there was Zinchenko or replacing
Kiwit.
Yeah. Anyway, because this guy, he's been brilliant.
Yeah, but he was the other day the moment embarrassed it. Yeah.
If you look at
you're a defender, you must get there.
If you look at goalie, he's not even reading the situation. somebody's marking actually, and I answer it because who lost the game, Zinchenko? So, of course, Zinchenko in that game, I think he created plus 4 clear chances.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is his side.
Yeah.
Ne? And it's good to see.
That's why I'm against it.
Yes.
Okay.
Ne? But he can defend.
Okay.
And a system, the Arsenal requires for a defend.
Okay.
The full backs.
Okay.
And so, on top of that, you have to understand the whole system. Like I'm quite creating. It was not comfortable because now Rice has to do so much.
That's
Because of because he has to cover if Ben White wire and Eli
Listen,
Zinchenko wire, he has to cover.
Okay.
It's a big task. If Jorginho had nothing, I would understand. But Jorginho is not there. And how level Lamahari, it was
Odegaard,
Havertz,
Rice.
Kopili, Trossard,
Yeah.
Jesus,
And Saka.
Yeah. He went all out for an attack.
Yeah.
Why did he change? Or how can you fix it while it's not?
I like his reply about Mutsor why Martinelli Aleconte and Aram the manager.
On.
But Aram the manager.
No.
I decide. But anyways, this is my take. I am so shocked. I am so shocked and surprised why people are having a meltdown or Ateta changes starting lineup. I understand why change a winning formula.
Exactly.
But this is my take. Zinchenko plays as a trend to Liverpool. Trent, you've been okay. Erik Trent,
But Trent,
listen, I can go feel a chance.
yes,
So Zinchenko plays as a Trent Arsenal side. He's a inverted fullback coming to midfield, create those chances in between the defense. And then he said, okay, Kelogala, Havertz as my false 9, Gebea Trossard as a 9. Havertz, I think he was playing 8. And then Odegaard 10. Saka and then Jesus. This is my take. Yeah? For me, personally, I feel like he wanted to attack, and then Martinelli, since he's come back from injury, he hasn't been that good. He hasn't been himself.
Okay.
And Gabriel Jesus and Trossard coming from the bench, they've produced the goods for him. So he thought, I'm going attacking, over attack.
Ever since Jesus, our feeling about injury.
He assist, Malova feel assist, 2 or 3 assists and goals. You can go and check. So for me, he said, let me go all out. Let me attack, score as soon as I can. Maybe bury the game first half, take out the stars, and look forward to the Champions League and return leg against Bayern Munich.
Okay.
That's my take.
Okay.
Yeah. So and it worked. Arsenal never got dominated midfield because you're complaining about why Hazard Alada. They never got dominated. Arsenal only lost the game at the 84th minute. That's it. They lost the game 84th minutes because Aston Villa. They saw her, no, we need to stay compact. We need to stay solid at the back. And then when we get a chance, we counter-attack and then we punish.
Why did Attacker wait up until that time to make those changes?
No, Smith Rowe and nothing. He made changes.
Jorginho?
Yeah, Mara, he made
Do you
changes.
know Hori? Against Jorginho just prior to that goal? First one.
Weren't you guys the ones praising him, Malawanyana Mulere? No. Havertz. Because the problem I have now is Havertz.
Now here's my problem with that.
Okay.
When there was a time when we wanted to see Trossard in that position where he was playing because we didn't want to see Havertz Naguelasa struggle. He still went and put Hazard but he did play well, Havertz. He had some chances.
He had some chances.
From deep, he did play well.
Yeah.
Jesus cannot hold play.
Yeah,
like Havertz.
He
cannot make the runs like Havertz.
No.
He struggled in that position as a number 9. That's why I go Pepe, Najala false 9,
but wait.
Najala go winging.
Where was Hazard playing? Because if I looked at the game in the first half, look at Hazard, look at Havertz. He made like three runs from quarter offside.
Yes.
Where was he playing then?
Havertz, his position was like, depend on but they saw her, they were dominating the middle field. So Timoloba and Havertz nanaling freedom to go at the deeper run from the 8 at the moral.
So Pila Arsenal when attacking they played 3-3-4. So
at some point Havertz Hogorom level
Trossard,
Jesus,
Saka, Odegaard. 5. Yes.
Yes.
So that's what I'm saying. If they were attacking, they were playing White, Saliba, Gabriel Comorao, Mupela Eva Declan Rice, Zinchenko, and then Odegaard, and then those 4.
Yes.
Once they've got the ball when they are attacking.
Exactly.
And that's what I'm saying it worked because they never dominated in the midfield.
If Arsenal capitalized and use those chances.
We wouldn't have been having this conversation.
Same thing at
Ke ntho
Liverpool.
e ke bolelang.
But yet again, why change it in such a crucial?
Pep changes it every time.
He's not Pep.
That's why he's Pep.
He's not Pep. He's not at Mancity. He's at Arsenal. Botlas. At this time, Botlas. We know this.
So
Joe, we have seen this before, Mus.
my Arsenal supporters, I am still with you guys. Anything can still happen.
Oh, holiday.
Yeah. Rotomolata ka weekend. To Chabilo Salah, no, he's gone missing since he went missing in the 83rd minute to go Emirates. But it's fine. We'll get him back. Now, my question is this: if you're an Arsenal player, ne, and then you are in that bus going home or in training this week, going to the Champions League, going to the last 6 games.
Yeah.
You've been in this situation before that people are calling you bottlers. As Mikel Arteta, how do you motivate? Because I know Klopp has done it before and he has motivated his team and they've gone on and won the Champions League and the league. As Mikel Arteta, how do you motivate your team to say, guys, this is just a setback. We can still bounce back. Anything can happen. There's 6 games remaining. How do you do that?
It's not easy to close the outside world. I'm sorry, that's the reality of football. Because and looking at or who's on top also affects you.
We know they can go
Yes.
on that unbeaten streak.
But here is where it matters most for Arteta. He's got a week, not even a week, because he has to face Bayern now.
Ish.
So the win against Bayern is so crucial
For
for
confidence
the
as well.
confidence and the belief.
Yeah.
Answer. Because it's unfortunate for Arsenal, even if other teams, we have played our part in playing these difficult games. Liverpool, they have played them.
Yes.
But unfortunately, Crystal declared towards the end of this. Now I said during the week before even the game, if Arsenal will go and beat Man City, well, no, we'll beat City, we'll beat Chelsea, we'll beat United, we'll beat Tottenham, we'll beat at Aston Villa. They will be deserving champions. And I will say, I'll clap for them.
Mara, so far, they've lost
But
one.
looking at it, I don't see they will beat Chelsea, they will beat United.
Narathela.
Allah.
Ask Liverpool. But let me one last question. If you are Arsenal, if you are Liverpool, if Barumwana, you must choose which one are you sacrificing between the European competitions and the league? Which one are you sacrificing?
If I'm Arsenal.
Or even Liverpool, both. Because then you're on the verge of going out.
These guys, they're going to fight for everything.
No. I'm not saying about fighting. I'm saying which one can you sacrifice? Are you willing to sacrifice and say, I want this more?
No.
You want both?
The mentality of the coaches, they won't sacrifice anything. You can't. You don't have an option, no sacrifice.
Okay.
What is left if you are sacrificing?
No, because you push the other one.
You've got a squad, Sullivan, you think is capable of clinching both. Why should you sacrifice anything?
And the good thing about Arsenal now, if they bottle this, Abasana excuse, they've got a full squad.
Let me be honest with you. Now, if the next game, Liverpool and Arsenal lose, they will be saying, okay, bye-bye to the league.
It's done.
Yes, it's done. And it will be unfortunately at that moment. Maybe what about you level to go Europa like Champions League.
About we say Arsenal Man United. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining us, man. Yeah, and we'll do it. Relata the Gunners.
Congratulate.
Before we leave, I was coming there.
This guy. I mean, Joe, to come 2002, you get a team, Eloban, it's second bottom. Yeah. And you go on 2023, you rebuild. 2024, you are still unbeaten after so many games. And you win the league.
Won the league. He's still unbeaten in Europe. He's still unbeaten in Europe.
Yes, and you are still go Europa. Yeah. You are still go DF Cup.
Yeah.
Poker Cup.
Yeah, he can win the treble as well.
Come on. Xabi Alonso. Well done.
We really pila or rejected the Liverpool job. Otherwise, you'll be connected with the butlers. So the Huddlers, we were gonna get the Gunners back, and when he's back here, by that time maybe travel out of Europe, travel out of the title race, and hey, but anyways, remember, like, share, the Sakla Huddlers are back, and until we meet again, prevention is better than cure. Don't risk it unless it's worth it. We're out.
Thank you.